Hello, my sweet friends. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm going to tell you how I went from this to this. Aren't these just the cutest little things? And it's not because I made them, it's just because they're cute. I mean, how can you not think that these are cute? And you can use them, this is a pocket. The back of this needs to be covered, as does this one. But you can use them in your journal as a pocket on a page. You could put it in another pocket. You could clip it to a page. There's just a lot you could do with it. It doesn't have to be Christmassy in nature. It can be, it could be fall. It could just be a little house. You could make it like a gingerbread house. You could really, your imagination, whatever you think would look cute, you can do. As long as you have junk mail envelopes and some scrapbook paper. And scraps are wonderful to use for this. So before we get going any farther, let me read God's Word. He will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalms 91:11. Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord. Psalms 27, verse 14. Oh, it's so nice, so beautiful. All right, so these are called Little House Pockets. And the lady that I watched, the creator that I watched, she has a big channel, but I really hadn't seen her before. You know how you're just are looking and things pop up in your feed. Well, that's kind of what happened in this case. So when I saw the title, I said, would you like to put a little house pocket in your journal? I thought, I've got to see what that is. So I started watching the video, and I didn't watch all of it, because as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, gosh, I want to make some of these. I can make that. So I did. And I decided I wanted to share it with my friends, because maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. The video that I watched was several years old, and I don't know if she was the originator of it. It kind of appears that she was, but the name of this channel is Lillian Guerrero, and her name is Lilly. And she's still making these after 3 years. She's got little house birdhouses. What else does she have? I haven't really watched them, but that's the only one I watched. And then I watched another video that came not too long after hers, and a lady watched it, and she just got real passionate about it too. I think her name was... Oh, let me see here. I'll list both of these ladies. Well, Patreska Papers 2022 is her Etsy shop. And she has a kit in her Etsy shop called Home Sweet Home. She has actually 2 or 3 of them, but I think this is the one I wanted. And it's just got, like the triangles for the, for this part right here. This is the dormer, and papers to make the little chimney out of. She's got some papers for, they're just little cut art. They're like made from scraps. I'm sure she probably didn't make them from scraps, but then she sewed around them and scanned them, and so they're very cute. But you don't need that. You can just make them from scraps, I've got this paper that I used on this one. Oh, the other problem here was I just made this video about 45 minutes ago, maybe a little longer than that. And when I started clearing off my desk and taking my camera down and everything, I could not find my jump drive. I'm hoping and praying I didn't throw it away. But, yeah, I simply cannot find it. So I said, I'm going to have to redo this video. So fortunately, I have 2 jump drives, so I took the other one out of the computer and said, well, let's just go try to make this as quickly as I can, which is not real quick for me, but Anyway, so I will link this lady in the description box, so if you want to go watch her video, because I am sure she explains it much, much better than I do, and what I'm doing is not really a tutorial, I'm just showing you how I made it. So I do plan on covering the backs of both of these, because I don't want to, I mean, you could glue it down, and then, you know, you can open this for your pocket, but I don't want to do that. I want to put it in a pocket or something else. I don't want to glue it to a page, but you could. It would make such a cute page decoration, plus a nice pocket for a couple of journaling cards or a tag that isn't any higher than this. It would be very, very cute. So let's get cracking. So I started, in the video that I just made, I had already, you know, when I was getting ready to close out the video, I said, I'm not going to make another one, but I am just going to show you the mechanics. You know, it's very simple. So I had already cut this one, but we're going to start as if we had never done that. So this flap happens to be glued down, that's good. That's the first thing you want to do. If your flap is open, you want to glue it down, because this is going to be a pocket. You just don't want to, you want to be careful that you don't actually glue the envelope shut. And my mouth is very dry. I apologize, because it sounds like I can't get my words out or something. And then you just cut a little slit in the top. Doesn't have to be much, doesn't matter. You really don't have to do any measuring for this. I am, the only place that I measure it, and I've learned just by making these two, is a good thing to do. And you just fold this down. I'm not measuring how far I fold it down at all. You can fold it down as little or as much as you want, because you can see these envelopes, this is not the same size as that. This in length is about the same size, but it's, no, it's about, this and this one are about the same size. This one was a smaller envelope. But you could use whatever you want. But you just fold this down. I'm going to fold it down to about here. I'm going to try to crease it. Okay. Now I want to, I can't see what I'm doing. Please help me to stay up here. I'm just going to mark this at about a ½ inch down from that fold. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want it to be as even as I can make it, which is not easy for me under the best of circumstances. Alright, so I'm just going to try to cut this. And cut it right on the crease of the envelope, or it's put together. Just going to cut down to my little mark. Oh man, I hate when my mouth is dry like this. I've been drinking water and the heat's not on. I mean, it's still hot. So I use my roller just to fold this down, and it's not necessary to do it. Alright. Now I'm going to take, this needs to come off. And you can just cut it off at this point, but I like to cut part of this off, and then I like to make it kind of, you know, not really miter it, but cut some of this off. And cut some of that off. And fold this back under, because this will help stabilize this pocket edge, because this, you know, material, this paper is not very sturdy. I mean, it's not like good paper, to be honest. Okay, so now this is really all, this is the hardest part right here. We've done it, the hardest part. So now it's just the fun of decorating it. And I guess the first thing you need to decide is what you want your little house to look like, you know. You could have it look any way you want to. I happen to have a piece of this wood grain paper. In every journal, whenever I get a paper pad that has this in it, I never use it. I never know what to do with it. So this is really, this is just a great way to use this paper. So I am going to cut this down. This is a little over 4 inches. I think this is about 9.5. But I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this 10 by 4 because I want enough that I can tuck it down into here. Actually, I might make it a little bit longer than that, but let's cut this off. I know I'm not going to use my scissors because I don't cut straight. More's the pity. Okay, so I'm going to make this a little wider than 4 because you know it never comes out exactly the way it's supposed to. So yeah, I lost my jump drive. Like I said, I'm just hoping that I didn't throw it away. But I don't see it anywhere. I looked in the trash. It's just not to be found. Okay, and then I'm going to, oh, I made that more than it needed to be. Oh, that's the wrong one. Trying to cover up that one. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. So I am just going to glue this down and then I'll cut around it. And in this case, you don't even need the envelope. You don't have to do anything with it. You're going to glue right over it. I mean, you could put this on the back. It doesn't matter, really. I never found those Avery glue strips, glue sticks. I have looked all over for them. And I kept thinking there was 10 of them. There wasn't 10, there was 6 of them because I looked at my Amazon order to see how many there were, and I just cannot find them. I don't know where I put them. It was one of those things where I'm cleaning up and putting things away and not thinking about where I'm actually putting things. And I do that all the time, and I get so frustrated with myself. So I'm going to cut this down. I want to cut the envelope, Maggie. Everything will fall out of the pocket. Okay. So this is going to be the front of the house. Doesn't look like much. I'm going to go ahead and put a some notch in this. Uh-oh. Canelo. Canelo. Come here. Canelo. Come here. Come on. It's okay. And I can't find my thumb punch. I'm just having a time of it. Holy moly, what did I do with it? Well, no worries. It's here someplace, I know. I'll just take my little circle punch. That's okay. Not bad, not too bad. So I'm gonna ink this up. You know, now from this point on, pretty much everything that I do is optional. I do want to cover this part up here. You can cover it with the same paper, or you can find something different that you like. It doesn't matter. This, you can just use scraps. This is a good way to use your scraps. So I'm just putting that far enough down in there so that if for some reason, you know, you wanted to go like this, you wouldn't just see the envelope inside right away. And I'm going to glue this. I didn't glue the whole thing. I'm just gluing what's up here on this flap. I just thought I'd check this pile of charms. Let's see if I get... looking for my jump drive. Is that what they call them now? Jump drives? All right. Okay. And I do want to refold this. Don't want this to buckle up on me. Okay, so it doesn't look like much, does it? Doesn't look like a house yet. I'm trying to find a scrap that I can make a roof out of. I could use this. Well, yeah, I could use this. So I'm going to glue this to this. If you decide to make these, please share them. If you have a channel, do it in the community tab, you know, or in the post, yeah, you know, you can put pictures there. I just would be so, it would be so fun to see what you decide, how you decide to make these. If you decide to make them at all, this might not be your cup of tea. You might not like this. But I do like cute. And these are definitely cute. Okay, now I need my little dormer piece up here, and I didn't put my paper on straight. So I'm gonna have to ink this. I really wasn't planning on doing so much inking, but you know, inking covers a multitude of sins. That's what they say. So if I'm going to ink up there, I have to ink the whole thing. I always used to use Vintage Photo. That was my go-to. And one day I discovered Walnut Stain, and now that's the one I grab. Probably 99% of the time. Because the Vintage Photo got to looking orangey to me, and I didn't like that, so. But the Walnut Stain, I really like it. When I, you know, if I'm going to use, if I'm going to ink something, I really do like it. All right. So let's just set that right there for now. And this is not straight at all. I can trim it a little bit, but actually I'm going to cover it up, so it probably doesn't matter, but it's just bugging me. That's better. All right. All right, now I need a piece to, oh no, I need my triangle. Because I do like that little triangle. And I could use a piece of this. I think this, how big is this triangle? What is the base? The base is about 3.5. All right, so let's go see if I can tear this. Do 3.5. How tall is it? About 3.25 inches tall. ink around this once I'm done. Okay, now okay, so the center of this right there. Oh, I don't think I want to do this with ink because this pen seems to want to linger. It doesn't. All right. So here's my little dormer, or whatever that's called. I don't know. But you know, you can really get lost in projects like this because you just start thinking, well, how can I decorate it? And you know, you kind of get into kind of a zone, as it were. If you happen to see my jump drive on my desk and I just am not seeing it, please leave it in the comment. I've seen that happen more than once to other creators. They lose something on their desk and you know, you can see it, but they can't. Okay. I put this stuff away, so let me pull out. This is one of the little windows that I made. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you you can do this yourself. It does not have to be perfection. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here. I need to put a door before I can put my window. So I need to cut something for a door. Try to center that. I guess maybe I'll put this red plaid for a door. Oh, I put it on the other one. Let me find something else. Maybe I'll put a piece of this striped material. Let's put the door on this side for a change. Change it up a little bit. I think I will ink around this guy. Why not? And I think I'm going to make It rounded on the top, like a little rounded door. Why not, right? Everything doesn't have to be. Okay, so I'm gonna put my little door right here. And this is just fun. This is like playing. This is really playing. Things don't have to be realistic. This is whimsical. Okay. I'll put my little window right here that I made. I tried to see if my, they're not glitter, the metallic markers would work, but it doesn't really show up that much. I was just experimenting. Okay, now I need to find a doorknob and something, some trim for the top of my roof. I guess I could put a little red doorknob. There's my little doorknob. Oh my goodness, this is fun. All right, and I need something for the top. I think I have some lace here that I could use. I don't think I have that lace out that has a little pom-pom like thing. Oh, wait. Yeah, maybe I do. You know, we could pretend that it's snowballs, bicycles hanging off the roof. I got quite a little bit of this, and this is all crumpled here. So I think I'm going to cut it off right about here. Oh, this is really... At least it kind of lay down once I glue them. Yeah, I think once I glue them, it'll be okay. I'll put this piece. I have another little container that I'm putting its little bits and pieces in of fabric or lace or well, see what I mean? What did I do with the piece I just cut off? There it is. Oh dear. No wonder I can't find my jump drive. All right, so I think I'm just going to try to put some fabric tack. love this little trim. I think it's so cute. I'm sorry. All right. So there. Okay, so this little house is pretty much done. It does need a little something on the door. I wonder if I've got one of these little stickers that might make a good little something on the door. Oh, there's a little wreath. But I think it might be too big. I could just put one of these little flowers. Oh, here, this one right here. I feel like this. Like I did for fall, I've got a whole box here, Christmas trash. And I probably won't put it away when I'm done with Rudolph. I suspect I'll do one more book. What else could I put on here to make it a little festive? I could make another little tree. That's kind of cute, like this one. All right, so I think I will make it a little tree. Maybe I'll make this one a little bit taller though. A lot of people decorate trees that are on the outside. Wouldn't it be cute to have little bushes all around, you know, the bottom? Well, it happened again. My battery died, so I need to hurry up and finish this up. I think I will finish decorating this little tree off camera because if it dies again, then I'm done. I don't have the battery. So I'm leaving this out so that I can do that. So as you can see, this is really pretty easy. This envelope I already had cut and everything, and I don't have another one out here. So let's just quickly imagine that this is a whole envelope. All you're going to do is fold it down however far you want to fold it. There's no measuring, there's no right or wrong. And then after you've done that, you want to cut it on both sides. You need to put take a little sliver off the top, but then you need to cut it on the envelope seam about a 1/2 inch down below this fold right here. And then you can either just tear it off or do like I did and kind of tuck it in to stay, to make the inside of your pocket more sturdy. And once you've done that, that's it. That's all the construction there is. The rest is just complete and total fun. You can do, oh, my little house needs a chimney. Well, it doesn't, not all houses have fireplaces, but, so it's just total fun. That's all that's all that it is, complete and total fun. You decorate it however you want, scraps from a paper pad, however you want to do it, it doesn't matter. Just have fun with it. And please let me know if you do decide to make these. I think these are adorably cute and will look great in a journal or great as a little gift for somebody. But however you decide to use them, this is a great way to do some crafting in a fun and easy way. Just get out those junk mail envelopes. This kind of crafting is very, well, crafting is good for the soul anyway, but this kind of crafting where you're just you know, decorating however you want, you're just playing. It is really fun and it's good for you. So, all that being said, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And leave me a comment. I always say this because I love your comments so much. They mean the world to me. And if you leave a comment, please also, you know, press the like button. Or if you like the video and you don't want to comment, just press that like button for me. YouTube wants to see those likes, or that tells YouTube that you're liking my videos, and it helps to get my videos pushed out a little bit more to a little bit wider audience to help my channel grow. So if you would be so kind as to do that for me, and then if you haven't subscribed, like I said, just hit that subscribe button. I'm almost to my next goal of 300, not too far off at all. And that's it. I love you all. Be kind. Find one thing to be grateful for. And do something that brings you joy. This will bring you joy. This is fun. But I know we all have certain things that bring us joy. So you want to do what brings you joy. And I hope I don't lose my jump drive this time, because I was all ready to upload this video and there she went. So anyway, I love you guys. I pray for you. You're in my thoughts and prayers every day. And I will get off of here for now, and I'll see you in the next one. I love you all. Bye-bye. Bye.